Hello everyone. You've read somewhere that mRNA vaccines cause cancer, and now you're worried. That fear is understandable. The FDA, CDC, and American Cancer Society all say there's no proof of that link. But the controversy's still ongoing. Now, here's something just as urgent. Some of the foods you're eating every day can actually stop your vaccine from working. Worse, they may suppress your immune system, block vitamin C absorption, and spike your blood sugar, especially if you're over 65 or already living with diabetes, heart disease, or cancer. Let's fix that. Number 1. Sugary drinks. One glass that breaks the shield. To start the first part, let's talk about something that seems harmless but could quietly sabotage your body's entire defense system. After you get a vaccine, especially an mRNA vaccine like Moderna or Pfizer, your immune system needs time, about 2 weeks, to build up a proper response. But if you're drinking sugary sodas, sweet tea, or even store-bought fruit juice during that window, you might be tearing down the very shield you're trying to build. I read this in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition. High sugar intake can spike inflammation and suppress immune activity, especially in people with diabetes or heart issues. The more sugar your body has to process, the harder it is for your immune cells to do their job. It's like throwing a wrench into your own defense machine. And here's the scary part for senior health. Sugary drinks can blunt the effect of vaccines, delay antibody production, and even worsen post-vaccine side effects. This means if you're over 65, even one can of soda during the week after vaccination could be enough to weaken your protection. So what's the fix? Stick with plain water, herbal teas, or small amounts of fresh fruit-infused water. And don't trust the no-sugar added labels. Check the ingredient list for hidden syrups. These are senior health tips you can't ignore. Number 2. Processed snacks. The hidden reason your vaccine isn't working. You know what a lot of seniors say after getting their vaccine? I got my shots. I should be safe, right? But here's the problem. Many older Americans still end up in the hospital with infections, even after being fully vaccinated. And one reason might be hiding in your pantry right now. Packaged snacks. Crackers, salty chips, sweet biscuits, granola bars. They're quick, cheap, and easy. But for seniors over 60, especially with conditions like diabetes or heart disease, these foods are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and refined carbs that quietly weaken your immune defenses. I read this from Tribute Senior Living and BMJ Nutrition. Processed snacks damage the gut microbiome, spike inflammation, and reduce your body's ability to produce antibodies after vaccines. And when your immune system is already slower due to age, this combo is dangerous. In fact, these snacks can interfere with how your body absorbs vitamin C and zinc, 2 key nutrients for immune response. So, even though the vaccine gave you instructions to build protection, your food choices may be blocking the signal. This is a senior health tip that can save lives. If you're over 65, clean up your snack drawer. Swap the ultra-processed stuff for a handful of unsalted nuts, or a few slices of fresh fruit. Number 3. Refined grains, full stomach, empty defense. Do you ever finish a plate of white rice or toast and think, I'm good, I ate? But here's the thing, your immune system didn't eat. It got nothing. Refined grains like white bread, white rice, and regular pasta may fill you up, but they offer almost no fiber, no antioxidants, and barely any of the nutrients your body needs to fight infection. And that's a big problem if you're over 60. I read this from BMJ Nutrition and European Journal of Clinical Nutrition. These foods cause blood sugar spikes, which directly suppress immune activity and delay your body's ability to respond to vaccines. For seniors with diabetes or metabolic issues, it's even worse. One bowl of white rice might push your blood sugar high enough to block antibody production. And don't forget, refined carbs feed the bad gut bacteria, which can throw your digestive balance off. That matters. because over 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. Gut, weak defense. So, here's a senior health tip that matters. Replace refined grains with whole grains like oats, quinoa, or brown rice. These feed the right gut microbes, stabilize your blood sugar, and help your vaccine actually work the way it should. Number 4. Fried foods, why they cancel out your vaccine. If you're trying to reduce inflammation and strengthen your immune system after getting vaccinated, start with this. Cut out fried foods. That means fried chicken, French fries, onion rings, even those crispy frozen meals from the grocery store. I know they're easy, I know they taste good, but if you're over 65, these foods might be making your vaccine less effective. According to WebMD and Harvard Health, fried foods are packed with oxidized fats that trigger systemic inflammation and weaken immune function. For seniors, that's especially dangerous. Your immune system is already slower with age. Add in daily fried food, and your body's ability to respond to an mRNA vaccine, like Pfizer or Moderna, can drop sharply. These meals also interfere with the absorption of antioxidants like vitamin C and E, both of which are essential for producing antibodies after vaccination. Some studies even link high fried food intake to reduced response rates to flu and pneumonia vaccines. So if you're asking, what's the first step to eating smarter after 60? It's this: replace the fryer with the oven. Swap those fries for roasted sweet potatoes. Choose grilled or baked options whenever you can. It's one of the simplest senior health tips that could actually help your vaccine do its job. Number 5. Alcohol. One glass can undo what you waited months for. You waited months to get your vaccine. You showed up early, sat through the side effects, and hoped it would protect you. So don't let one drink take that away. Whether it's a glass of wine to relax or a cocktail at dinner, alcohol can interfere with the very immune response your body needs to build. I read this in Harvard Health and the National Institute on Aging. Alcohol weakens your white blood cells, reduces your body's ability to produce antibodies, and increases inflammation throughout the body. And for older adults, the risks are even higher. Your liver processes alcohol more slowly after 60. It can interact with medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart disease. Even moderate drinking may blunt the effects of mRNA vaccines, leaving you vulnerable even after getting the shot. The science is clear. Alcohol doesn't just raise your risk of falling or liver problems. It can cancel out part of your vaccine's power. So here's a senior health tip you won't hear at dinner parties. Skip the drink, at least during the 2 weeks after your shot. Give your immune system the full chance to work. Number 6. High-sodium foods, hurting more than just your blood pressure. Your doctors told you for years to cut back on salt to protect your heart, maybe even your kidneys. But did you know too much sodium might also interfere with your vaccine? If you're over 60 and living with high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney problems, you're already at higher risk for severe infections. And according to the National Institute on Aging, high-sodium diets don't just affect your blood vessels. They increase inflammation and fluid retention, which weakens your immune response. Here's the part no one talks about. Studies in European Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that excessive sodium may suppress your body's ability to produce antibodies after receiving an mRNA vaccine. So you might be doing everything right, getting your shots, taking your meds, but still putting yourself at risk just because of what's on your plate. Packaged soups, frozen meals, deli meats, canned vegetables, these are loaded with hidden sodium. Even so-called healthy brands can sneak in 800 to 1,000 milligrams per serving. So here's a senior health tip that matters if you have pre-existing conditions. Read the label. Aim for no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day. Your immune system will thank you, and so will your heart. Number 7. Canned meats. Long shelf life, short immune life. That can of meat in your pantry, it might last for years. But for your immune system, it only takes a few weeks of eating that stuff to cause real damage. Canned meats, like Spam, Vienna sausages, or luncheon loaf, are popular among older Americans because they're cheap, soft, and easy to prepare. But here's the catch. They're packed with sodium, preservatives, and oxidized fats that can inflame your body from the inside out. I read this in BMJ Nutrition and Health line. These additives increase systemic inflammation, which can directly weaken your immune system and reduce your ability to respond to vaccines. If you're over 60 and living with heart disease, kidney problems, or diabetes, the risks are even greater. Your body needs stability to build antibodies, but these meats throw it off balance. Even worse, many canned meats contain compounds that can interfere with vitamin C absorption, making your immune response slower and less effective. Here's a senior health tip to remember. Choose fresh or frozen proteins when you can, like cooked chicken breast, beans, or even low-sodium tuna in water. They won't stay on the shelf as long, but they'll help keep you here longer. If all that sounds a little scary, don't worry, you're not too late, because just as some foods can quietly harm your immunity, there are others that can help rebuild it even after 65. Now, let's talk about the good stuff. The foods that actually help your vaccine work better, not worse. Stay with me. Number 8. Yogurt. Build immunity from the inside out. If you want your vaccine to work better, start with your gut. It might surprise you, but about 70% of your immune system lives in your digestive tract. That means what you eat can directly shape how your body responds to vaccines. And for seniors, especially those with pre-existing conditions, keeping your gut healthy is critical. That's where yogurt comes in, especially Greek yogurt or any probiotic-rich type with no added sugar. I read this in Tribute Senior Living and myplate.gov. Probiotics help balance your gut microbiome, support white blood cell activity, and improve your body's ability to produce antibodies after an mRNA vaccine. In one study, older adults who consumed probiotic-rich foods had stronger immune responses and fewer infections during flu season. And when your system is already fighting diabetes or inflammation, this gentle boost can make all the difference. This is a senior health tip that's easy to follow. Have a small bowl of plain yogurt with berries in the morning, or add a spoonful of kefir to your smoothie. You're not just eating, you're fueling your immune defense. Number 9. Fatty fish. More than just a meal. This protein doesn't just feed you, it arms your immune system. When you eat fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel, you're not just getting dinner, you're giving your immune cells exactly what they need to fight, recover, and respond after a vaccine. According to BMJ Nutrition and the Mediterranean Diet Review, the omega-3s found in these fish reduce inflammation, support healthy cell membranes, and boost antibody production after vaccines. For seniors, especially those with heart disease or diabetes, this kind of support can make a real difference. Here's something else. Fatty fish are one of the few natural sources of vitamin D, and I read from Harvard Health that vitamin D plays a key role in how well your body responds to vaccines, especially mRNA ones like Pfizer or Moderna. Here's a senior health tip worth following. Try to include fatty fish in your meals at least twice a week. It could help your body stay protected, not just from COVID, but from the chronic inflammation that slows recovery as you age. Number 10. Leafy greens and berries. Eat color, build defense. Bright colors on your plate means stronger protection in your body. When you fill your meals with leafy greens like spinach or kale and add berries like blueberries or strawberries, you're not just making your plate look good, you're feeding your immune system what it really needs. According to the National Institute on Aging and MyPlate, V, these foods are packed with vitamin C, polyphenols, and antioxidants that help immune cells do their job. And if you're over 60, especially with pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, this kind of support is critical after getting a vaccine. Leafy greens help lower inflammation and support gut health. Berries, on the other hand, improve how your body handles oxidative stress, which naturally rises with age and can slow your vaccine response. Here's the best part. These foods are easy to add. A handful of spinach in your omelette, a few berries in your oatmeal. Small steps, but big benefits for your long-term defense. This is a senior health tip worth acting on today. Your immune system is still listening to what you put on your plate. Number 11. Oats. Power up your morning, power up your immunity. If you want stable energy and a stable immune system, start with your breakfast. Oats aren't just good for your heart. They're one of the best foods you can eat after getting a vaccine, especially if you're over 60 and living with diabetes or inflammation. I read this in BMJ Nutrition and Health line. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a special type of fiber that supports healthy gut bacteria, reduces inflammation, and helps regulate blood sugar. And that matters because stable blood sugar means a stronger, more balanced immune response. Oats also help lower LDL cholesterol and support cardiovascular health, two major concerns for seniors getting vaccinated against serious infections like COVID-19. So here's a senior health tip to try tomorrow morning. Make a warm bowl of oats with cinnamon and a few berries. It's not just breakfast, it's fuel for your immune cells. Number 12. Citrus fruit, vitamin C that works fast. The simplest way to boost your defense? Peel it and eat it. Oranges, grapefruits, tangerines. These fruits do more than taste good. They're packed with vitamin C, which your immune system depends on to produce antibodies and fight infection. And after getting a vaccine, especially as a senior, that support is critical. I read from myplate.gov and Mayo Clinic. Vitamin C helps activate white blood cells and shorten the time your body takes to respond to viruses. It also plays a role in reducing inflammation, which is key for seniors with heart disease, diabetes, or other chronic conditions. Even better, these fruits are easy to digest and full of hydration, perfect for older adults with low appetite or dry mouth. Here's a senior health tip that couldn't be simpler. Have half a grapefruit with breakfast or carry a tangerine in your bag. No pills, no prep, just pure, immune-supporting nutrition. All right, take a breath with me, let's pull it all together. You've heard a lot today. And if you're over 60, dealing with a medical condition, or just want your vaccine to actually protect you, here's what really matters. There are some foods that quietly chip away at your immune system, and if you've been eating them without realizing the impact, they could be making your vaccine less effective. We're talking about sugary drinks that spike your blood sugar, snack foods that look innocent but fuel inflammation, white bread, white rice, refined grains that leave your gut empty, deep-fried meals that overload your system with bad fats. That daily glass of wine? It might be blocking your antibody response. Too much salt? It's putting stress on your heart and your immunity. And those easy canned meats? Long shelf life, but they quietly wreck your defense. Now, if that sounds heavy, don't worry, you can turn it around. And the best part? You don't need fancy supplements or anything extreme. Just add a few foods that work with your body, not against it. Like plain yogurt or kefir to rebuild your gut where 70% of your immune system lives. Fatty fish, like salmon or sardines, for omega-3s and vitamin D. Leafy greens and berries, to fight inflammation and keep yourself strong. Oats for a steady start to your day, fuel for both energy and immune response. And citrus fruits, full of vitamin C, that spark your body's natural defenses. Small changes, real protection. Even after 65, your immune system is still listening to what you eat. So here's the takeaway. If you start making changes now, even small ones, you're not just eating better, you're giving your body the tools to fight, to recover, and to make every vaccine count. You're protecting your heart, your immune system, and your future. Because it's not just about what you avoid, it's about what you choose to eat to stay strong, stay safe, and stay here. If this video helped you rethink even one thing in your diet, share it with someone you care about. And don't forget, stay hydrated, check your labels, get your checkups, and follow healthcase for more honest, science-backed, senior health tips every week. Your health still has a voice. Let's make sure it's heard.